Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Deidre Morgan. So if you just watched my previous video about transitions, this is a follow-up to transitions. What if children do not want to comply after you've given transitional supports, i.e. timers, schedules, visual charts, warnings, all those things? It's fine. It's going to happen. I guarantee you will have a child that is just not going to comply with any of that. And guess what? That's okay. The number one first thing I always encourage my teachers and parents to do is to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, because I understand at that moment it is frustrating for both you and the child. Number one, take a deep breath. Count to 10, count to 5, do whatever you need to do to take a moment and think to yourself, 1, was this unpredictable? Ask yourself, does it interrupt something that they enjoy? Are they overwhelmed? Because 9 times out of 10, the child is not trying to be bad, or they're not trying to make you angry. Like, it's not about you. And that's the thing that a lot of teachers and caregivers that kind of leaks over into the situation is they're not listening to me. They're being defiant towards me. They're making me angry. They're making me yell, blah, blah, blah. They're putting a lot of their reactions and blames on the child, and it's not the child that is causing you to be overwhelmed. It's the situation, and it also is that you're not centered within yourself. So take a deep breath first. And then you think to yourself, what is happening in this moment? What happened first? Before this meltdown that is happening, or before they said no, whatever it is, what were they doing first? Consider that. Take a moment to consider what was happening beforehand, right? And then next is to validate their feelings. Because a lot of times as adults, we demand, push, command. And not enough of, okay, I see you. You are feeling upset. You were hoping to play. You're upset. You're feeling upset because you wanted to play longer, or you were hoping to have a little bit more time with that book. I understand. But now it's time to do X, Y, and Z. Okay? You're still having tantrums, right? They're still not doing what you want them to do, right? Cool. It's fine. Take another deep breath. Don't immediately go into it. Take a deep breath, and then you go into giving them choices that benefit you, right? So, for example, just the other day, I had a child she did not want to clean up. No, she didn't want to throw her plate away, her cup and her bowl of cereal away, and the teacher's just up here because the child has kind of been doing things all day long that aggravated them, or all morning long that aggravated them, and she just was here, right? So I stepped in. I was like, hey, tag me. Let me tag in. And I told the child, hey, we'll call her Sarah. Hey, Sarah, you have a choice. You were hoping to play X, Y, and Z. It's now time to clean up. I heard your teacher give you a cue. I heard your teacher ask you to clean up. So would you like to take your milk cup first or your bowl first to the trash can? And the child looked and just kind of almost was like taking it in. So I repeated myself calmly, would you like to take your cup or your bowl to the trash can first? You choose which one is best for you. This helped them to feel in control. This helped them feel like it's not a power struggle. Like, I'm asking you which one of these. You're going to do both of them regardless. But which one would you like to do first? And she immediately was like, I'm going to take my cup first. All right, cool. No problem. Let's do it. I'll even walk beside you. But yes, thank you. Comes back to the table, gets the bowl, no problem. In that same classroom, I had a child who was not ready to go wash their hands. So again, teacher was like, hey, me, woohoo, me, tag me in. I got it, tag me in. So I get excited to see these things transpire, because it's evidence. Every day it gives me evidence that these things do work. So I asked this child, You were hoping to continue to play at Block Center, but your teacher said now it's time to clean up. So I'm over here just to help you a little bit. Would you like to put the soap on your hand first or the water on your hand first? Yes, I know the proper way to wash hands, but it was another way for me to find choices for him. Would you like soap or water first? In the beginning, it was a no. It's fine. I repeated myself. All right, I'm going to ask you again, and then if you can't choose, Miss Deidre is going to help you choose. And so, would you like soap or water? And he immediately said, okay, I'll go with some water first. Great. Wonderful. And then I go in with, you worked so hard with making that choice. That's amazing. Like, hype them up afterwards when it's done. Because these are the things that matter to children. They're small to us, but they matter to them because they're growing. They're at that stage where they're becoming more aware of themselves. They're becoming more aware of the things that they can do. They also are at war with us because of that power struggle, but it doesn't have to be war. It's only war when the both of us are going at it, right? But if you can mitigate some of that or pick and choose your battles when it comes to the demanding things, it makes things a whole lot easier, I promise. So so we get to, you give them their two choices. What if they still just don't want to comply, right? So then we move to a step further. You let them know, hey, it looks like, because by this time I'm sure they're super worked up. You let them know, hey, it looks like you need a moment. You need a moment to gather yourself, right? Would you like to gather yourself with me over here in the corner? Would you like to read a book? Would you like to do this? But we're still going to clean up, or we're still going to do whatever it is we're asked to do, but we need to step away for a moment, right? That teaches them ways that they can calm themselves down on their own, because eventually, like, it's co-regulation right now, but eventually we want to move to them being able to self-regulate. So them being able to ask, hey, can I go over here for a minute because I'm feeling a little upset. I'm feeling a little angry. So can I have a minute away? But first you have to prompt them. They have to be programmed. They have to know that this is an option. And it eventually does get into their brain and they eventually can do it. But sometimes there are times, again, where none of these things work and you just have to figure out what works best for the child. But the number one step is for you as the caregiver to center yourself. That means throw away the idea of power struggle. Throw away the idea of they have to do what I say do. They do, and they will. And you are the adult in the situation. So you have the authority. There's no reason why you have to announce that you have the authority. Kids know it. Adults know it. We know who has what authority. But the simple fact that you can calm yourself, take some deep breaths, and then come back to the situation lets you know that you are in control of the situation. Don't let the situation or the child control you, because in a lot of times children do end up controlling the parent or the caregiver. One, the caregiver usually gives in. Two things are going to happen. The caregiver decides that they're just going to give in. Okay, fine, whatever, I'm just going to let him play. No. Or the second thing is that the caregiver is going to become overworked, and then that's when abuse, and that's when like ugly things start to happen that don't have to get that way if only you took a minute and decided to look at that child in a situation of, okay, what is happening? If it's a child that always has struggles, think, what has happened to you? A lot of times, defiance, you guys, is a big red flag for trauma. I'm going to talk about that in another video because a lot of people skip over that, and a lot of children end up being mistreated or misdiagnosed, all of these things, just because trauma has been the building block of their life, and that it is detrimental. It can be detrimental to their learning and their growth if someone doesn't take the time to notice the trauma and then to help them to recover or become resilient from it. So those are my pointers today. Take a deep breath. It's number one. Number two, give choices. Number three, allow them to step away from the situation and then return to whatever it is you're asking them to do in the moment. All right, guys, this is the end of this video. If you have other things that you've done, let me know what's worked for you. Let me know what have been some challenges for you and your child or your family or the children in your classroom, whatever. Let me know. I can absolutely make another video on some things that you guys are dealing with. But yeah, chime in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little bell so you know the next time I'm posting. Until next time, y'all, be rooted, be grounded, be peaceful, and be well. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.